Picture this, you signed up for the Marvel Rivals alpha test. You waited several months only to find out you didn't make it in. Now you're forced to watch NetEase's new 6v6 hero shooter on YouTube and Twitch, hoping someone will share an extra code with you in the chat. Sadly, that didn't happen. The alpha ended and now you can't form your own opinion. But lucky for you, I did get to play the game. I clocked in almost 18 hours on the alpha, so I got a good feel of what I like and dislike about this game. I want to preface this video by saying I really enjoyed Marvel Rivals and I can't wait for future beta tests as well as the full release. That being said, seeing as this previous test was an alpha, that means the developers are looking for feedback on things they can improve. So I now present to you Marvel Rivals. Why on God's green earth was the menu music so loud when you launched this game? Every time you booted up this game, you had to take off your headphones for safety reasons. Then on top of that, there was a glitch where the menu music remained loud even if you went to your audio settings and turned down the audio. You turned down the audio, reboot the game, and the audio's still over 9,000. Only one of these two things can be true, and I'm gonna be honest, I think it's the first option. Either Hela is a broken character, or every Hela player has the greatest aim since Will Smith's Deadshot. Tokyo 2099 is a beautiful map. Don't get me wrong, it's great in terms of art design, but in terms of actual gameplay and layout, that is one of the worst maps that I've ever played on. Okay, for those who haven't played the game, Tokyo 2099 is a one-lane map that has a choke point in the middle of the map. So if you're on offense and you gotta push the payload, listen, that choke point, you have to get through it just to get to the payload, and the worst part is there's a building right next to the checkpoint that you can collapse. So the people who are on defense have a definitive edge over the people who are on offense. I don't know who designed this map, but listen, when you're making map, every map should have at least 2 lanes, honestly 3. I know you can like fly above the damn building, but that only can do so much. It is a 1-lane map. Tokyo 2099 needs a total rework. I have a theory that Marvel Rivals attracted a lot of people that were maybe afraid or just not interested in Overwatch, but they like Marvel characters, so they tried this game out because there were a lot of people who played this game. They were some of the worst teammates that I've ever seen in a hero shooter. And then on top of that, this game has horrible matchmaking. You have to definitively play with a group of friends because if you don't, you are going to get a headache from the terrible player pool this game contains. Dear game developers, why does Doctor Strange's portal cause lag in the game? So many people played Doctor Strange in matches to cheese the servers and cause the game to lag because whenever they would drop a portal, it'd make everybody's computer damn near blow up. Say it with me, optimization needs to be fixed. This game 1 minute is running great, the very next I'm dropping frames out the woo-wah. Why did y'all make usernames case sensitive in the game? Case sensitive usernames make it hard to find friends because the game doesn't mention that names were case sensitive, so my friends and I spent way too long trying to find each other. And if you're gonna do that, at least put in the game names are case sensitive so when somebody searches, it doesn't become an issue. The Hulk inside of the comic books, not so much the movies, is literally a walking tank, but yet he feels like the weakest tank in the game. It seems like he dies the quickest, his Bruce Banner form is completely useless, and on top of that, he doesn't do any damage. They need to give him more utility. I understand, like, in the comic books, he's a fucking god, but for the sake of a video game, at least make the Hulk, like, realistic. Maybe give him, like, a ground pound AoE attack that moves rocks into the air like in Marvel vs. Capcom 2. What the fuck is up with Magneto's ult? He easily has one of the worst ults in the game. You mean to tell me Marvel gave y'all access to the master of magnetism, and the best ultimate move y'all can think of is to let him throw a marble down to the ground at the enemies? But the crazy part is that marble isn't like some large AoE that does crazy amounts of damage. It's literally a threat to nobody. I'm not even trying to be funny. I don't think I ever died to a Magneto ult during the alpha. I've seen plenty of people on social media say Storm sucks. No, you suck. She is a great damage / support character. Her ability to move the team quicker to the objective is awesome, and her tornado ult is one of the best in the game. She just takes situational awareness, something apparently many of you don't have. Let me put y'all on the game. If you're playing with randoms and you have a Star-Lord on your team, you're about to either win with ease or you're about to lose very badly. There's no in between. It's like everyone heard about how broken he is and they fail to realize you still need to know how to aim in order to use him. Oh, and if you're playing with randoms and you have a Spider-Man on your team, you're about to win with ease or you're about to lose badly too. His crackhead swinging mechanics make him one of the hardest characters to play in the game. It requires situational awareness, swiftness, and precision because he has low health. 3 things most people in this game don't have. That means most Spidey players are going to be either the best or the worst player you've ever seen, and there's never an in-between. I think the team-up mechanics and destructible environments add some new flair to the hero shooter genre, but where this game does lack is in new game modes. Why just copy Overwatch? Add some new game modes. I mean, you guys could do a capture the flag with Thanos' Infinity Gauntlet that would be really cool, or maybe something new and innovative. You have to do something to evolve the genre, or you're gonna risk losing your player base to boredom. Am I the only one that finds it ironic that Namor is a character that has one of the driest kits in the game? I think Black Panther needs a full rework. He just doesn't do enough damage. It's hard enough to get in close when most of the roster has ranged attacks, but when he does get in close, it doesn't feel rewarding. This man doesn't hit like he has vibranium claws. He hits like his claws are made of pillows. Dear developers, make up your mind when it comes to the destructible environments. I wish the environment stayed destroyed when it is destroyed, or there's some type of indication when the environment is about to heal, because you'll be flying around as Iron Man near a bridge that was destroyed, and then randomly it'll be replaced and fuck up your mojo. Although the clips were funny on social media, I think there should be some type of spawn protection so people can't be tricked into walking into Doctor Strange's portal at the start of a match and then they get sent off a ledge and killed. That might cause some people who are new to the game just to quit. I like Iron Man, so anyone who plays the Punisher, I find it funny that the developers put together a contract that didn't allow content creators to compare this game to Overwatch, considering the fact that the Hulk is basically Diva. In the game, you start off as Bruce and then you turn into the Hulk, and when you lose your Hulk abilities because you took too much damage, you turn back into Bruce and you become worthless. That mechanic serves no purpose. Just make him the Hulk. Get rid of, I'm calling for it. Get rid of Bruce. I said earlier that Black Panther needs a rework. I think the Hulk needs a total rework as well, because that current mechanic with the Bruce shit, it's cute. I get it's a nod back to the comic books, but it serves no purpose other than to draw comparisons to Diva. Pro tip for people who haven't played the game and maybe you're looking forward to the next beta or the full release, characters who can fly never have to come down to the ground. It's one of the things that make this game different from Overwatch. I need some of you people to learn this concept of look up. You're selling your team when you don't, and me personally as an Iron Man player, I love it. But I know your team is shouting, fuck Scarlet Witch's ult, and honestly, fuck her as a character, period. Her left click tracks everything. Whose idea was it to make a character that just presses left click to win? It's bullshit, and it imbalances the game. I get it's lore accurate because Scarlet Witch, Wanda is a fucking god, but Jesus Christ, can you balance this character? It's always people whose accuracy is below 25% who want to play the damage characters. Then we be sitting at the end screen after a loss and they be talking about some, oh, I don't know what happened. We didn't have any damage. Bitch, you're what happened. Why does Magic heal after every time she hits an enemy? Oh my God, that woman's the bane of my existence. Everyone's ult is so loud when a person activates it, but the worst one in the game is the Hulk. It sounds like he's rubbing one out on the battlefield and he just climaxed, and it's fucking disturbing every time I hear it. He be on the battlefield to what the fuck? Where is the console support? Where is the crossplay support? We still have no word on how monetization will work in this free-to-play game. In the alpha, they made all the skins free. That's cute, but I know they ain't gonna be free when the full game comes out, so stop hiding and be transparent. I hate how some players don't read the full scoreboard, so then they let the scoreboard fool them by only reading the kills they have. You will call them out for playing poorly, but then they'll try to argue they carried the team because they have a bunch of kills. Fam, you got 30 kills, yeah, but you had no final hits and you barely cracked 500 damage. You stole them kills. There's still no word on how the story will be implemented into this game. Is it a separate game mode? Are cutscenes gonna play in between multiplayer matches? Nobody knows. Loki is a healer. Why does he have so many offensive options? This man can summon 4 shadow clones, which are basically turrets, and on top of that, he can steal any teammate's ultimate move. That is fucking crazy. What's the point of putting a competitive mode in the alpha for a game that's not finished and won't come out until 2025? You guys will constantly be changing the game over the course of development, so why don't y'all focus on ironing out the basics and the bugs and the glitches before you start catering to the sweats? Luna Snow's ult might be a little too powerful. If she ults, you're not killing anything. And she gets crazy mobility. So if she summons her ult, not only will you not kill anything, now you're getting taunted because she's skating on the ops. I know they retracted the contract and they apologized, but the fact you even tried to make people sign a contract not to say anything negative is wild. Y'all the ones that decided to do an alpha test. What do you mean you didn't want feedback? I don't like the way the extra alpha codes were distributed. Originally, you had to sign up on the website to get a code ahead of time, and the people who got a code, you were given a chance to get an extra code to give to a friend when you reach level 10 in the alpha. I say chance because there was a limited number of extra codes. Why not just give every alpha tester who signed up an extra one? Did your code generator overheat? The following section is brought to you by you, the community. The Black Hokage went to social media to ask the community what they disliked about Marvel Rivals, and he got some interesting answers. But before we get into them, a friendly reminder to follow the Black Hokage on social media. Links to his Instagram, Twitter, Discord, and more are in the description box below. Now here's what you hated about Marvel Rivals. This 5,000 watts says, I had to yell at my teammates to open their goddamn eyes. Astro said, I caught a lot of losses because nobody wanted to play tank or support. Simply Plantano is speaking on behalf of a lot of y'all because I saw this comment a lot, but a lot of y'all said that I didn't get to play the game or I didn't get a code. Tonga Damage said, the sound design is weak. Attacks don't have any impact or weight behind them. Shonen Hero says, this game lacks a roll queue. Captain Slander says, how did you put the Hulk and Spider-Man in this game with team-up abilities, but you didn't give them the fastball special? Kate the Great says, Star fucking Lord. Brooke Stream says, Star-Lord and Wanda's ult, Tokyo's 2099 singular choke point, and they made it hard to add your friends. Ghost from 3S says, some characters were overpowered such as Hela, Loki, and Scarlet Witch, plus the audio in the game is very weird. Attacks felt muted at times. Cozy King says, I hated Magneto's ult. I wanted to drop Asteroid M on their heads, and instead we was dropping aluminum foil balls. Lil says, Spider-Man was not thick enough. We need BBLP. Slutfast says, there's way too much visual clutter. They also need to make up their mind about destructible maps. Either remove them altogether or let the destroyed shit remain destroyed. Clarence came in with the troll comment when he said, shh. I signed an NDA, so you know I can't talk about it, lol. Vampish said, character abilities were poorly explained, which made it harder to learn the game. Rap So Petty said, I watched 20 streams just for them to be lying about dropping keys. Michael said, man, it didn't work on my Steam Deck, even though I optimized it to the maximum ability. I installed tons of gigawatts, extra RAM, I downloaded the drivers, and it still didn't work on my Steam Deck. And that's what my community had to say about Marvel Rivals. If you want to hear more about the history of the game, its development, the drama surrounding it, plus my first impressions of the Marvel Rivals alpha, click the card on the screen right now.